Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gina, and in today's video I have we're doing something nice and easy. Nice and easy, wasn't that a commercial?
Nice and easy. That's my style.
Hair color? Well, we're doing something nice and easy, and we're not coloring my hair. No, today we're doing a favorites video. So this is favorite plants for the month of January. Yay! I haven't done one of these in a really long time. Well, a couple months anyway, if you consider that a really long time. But I just felt like it. I just felt like something nice and easy. So I thought, what's better than a favorite of the month video? So yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, so you can probably see here to my left, to your, I have no idea what it is, to your right, I guess. I don't know. Over here, this is my left hand. Over here, I have them all lined up, all but one. One of them I have to go get. One is hanging in another room and I have to go get. So we're just gonna, oh, and one's right behind me. So I think we're just gonna start right here, number one. So this gorgeous, beautiful plant here is a philodendron, which you guys know, philodendrons are they're not like at the top of my list of favorites, but I don't know. They're kind of making their way up closer to the top of my list. Kind of, a little bit. Will this be the year of philodendrons for me and my collection? I don't know, but let me just say, I have two in my favorites for January. So maybe that's a sign for the new year for 2025. Anyway, in no particular order, although I do love this one so much. So this is my Philodendron Florida Ghost. Look how beautiful it is. So this plant started out, it was a tiny little starter plant. I think I got it it was probably like 2 summers ago, probably like 2 years. So I think we're going on 3 years, maybe this summer, 3 years. Anyway, so it started out as a little starter plant. I think it was from the Green Escape on Etsy, which everybody knows the Green Escape. You know what their little starter plants look like when they come in. I think, hasn't everyone purchased from the Green Escape? At least in the United States, I think we all have, I think. But yeah, they come in these little plugs. They're tiny little plants, and that's how this plant started. So you would think, okay, you're probably thinking to yourself, this is a 3-year-old plant. Shouldn't it be bigger? Yes, you are correct that it should be bigger. However, this plant, I did run into trouble with this plant. So I was keeping this one. I don't even remember where exactly I was keeping it in my house, but it was in ambient conditions. Oh, I think it was in my dining room, like where my ripsalis is, like yeah, that's where it was. Right below my ripsalis, I had a bunch of plants before I did my purge. I had a bunch of plants lined up underneath those shelves, and this was one of them. And it looked great for quite a while, but then it started declining and just getting ugly leaves. And I looked, and guess what? Can you guess what the issue was? It shouldn't be too hard to guess. It was thrips. It had thrips. So I treated it for the thrips, and then I ended up moving it to my grow tent. And in my grow tent, it just blossomed in that grow tent. It loved the humidity. It did amazingly. It really had a comeback. And so, you know, I would go into my grow tent and I would look at it and I would admire it and I would think to myself, well, first of all, I could use the space that it was taking up in my grow tent. But then also I was like, I really want to enjoy this plant in my upstairs, so I can like sit in, you know, wherever I am and just like see it all the time and not just when I'm doing chores in my grow tent. So I decided to take a chance, and I brought it out of the grow tent. And I think the last time you guys saw it, I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to keep it. So I thought about like right back here, like right here, possibly. I thought about on the shelf that's a little bit to the left over here. I thought it might look good here. It was definitely, I was more leaning towards this room because this is my office. It's a small room, and I knew it would be easier to control the humidity in this room in case that the plant really would like that humidity. So anyway, I finally decided on its spot, and it is in my kitchen, and I'll include here what it looks like in my kitchen. So it sits right atop my begonia cabinet in the kitchen, and it sits next to a beautiful Snow Queen pothos, and then to the left of the pothos is a gorgeous asparagus fern, and actually I was considering all three of those plants in my favorites for the month because I have been enjoying that trio. They just look so beautiful up there on that cabinet with the white wall behind them, and that room is just, it's like a brighter room. And yeah, but ultimately I decided to just highlight this one, the Florida Ghost. So far so good. It is doing really well in that location. I think, well, we have like cathedral ceilings, so it's not like, I don't think my humidity is really that high, even though it's in the kitchen. So it's like, it's so theoretically in your kitchen is a good place for plants because there's moisture in your kitchen. You're cooking, you're boiling things, and, water is getting into the air. But because we have such high ceilings, I think it just kind of disperses the humidity. But it's doing really well. It is doing marvelously. I love it. I love the color. It's like keeping these really light colored leaves for me. Like here's an older leaf which is kind of darker, another one that's kind of darker, but all of these, they're hanging on to that ghost color, and it's just absolutely, it's outstanding. What can I say? It's absolutely outstanding. I love it in this pot. This pot is from Marshall's. Which, by the way, I need to go to Marshall's. I want to check out their planters again just to see what new things they have. And yeah, so this is number one on my favorites for January. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Love it. All right, next up. The next one, we're just going down the line, no particular order. So this here is an Anthurium, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this recently. So this is my Anthurium Dock Block Red crystallinum crossed with the dark forgetii. And isn't it just stunning? Holy moly. Holy moly. It's beautiful. So I am a huge fan of the forgetii, the Anthurium forgetii, and especially the dark. Like I do, it's about this size. So these are smaller plants. Some might consider it a starter plant also, the size of this, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit bigger than a starter plant, but I do have a dark forgetii that I'm really excited to do some crosses with it. But so this is not my doing. I did not create this. I did purchase this tiny little seedling. Came to me as a little seedling. Actually, it might have came to me as seeds. I don't know, because I have like 4 or 5 of these guys, but this one is just the prettiest. This one is just the prettiest, and it popped out this newest leaf, and it's red, and I can't remember if they normally come out red, I don't know, or if this is just the red crystallinum showing through, like coming through, but I just absolutely, it's just beautiful. Just love it. So I had to share it with you. I had to get it on my part of my January favorites, because I just love it. And do I want to say, I am currently, Derek and I are currently designing a t-shirt for my shop, or for my shop. And I have been taking pictures of my plants, and this one has made it onto into the design, and I'm so excited about it. It's just so beautiful, and actually I can't wait to share those t-shirts with you, to show you. Hopefully, I don't know, it may not even work out. We're still just designing the shirts right now, so I don't know, maybe at some point I will have t-shirts available. TPT, the pink trellis t-shirts for you guys. But yeah, that is to be determined. TBD, to be determined. TPT is TBD. Yeah, but anyway, so this did make it to the shirt design, onto the shirt design. But yeah, I just love it. It's just a favorite. So this is Anthurium red Doc Block. I guess that's like fancy Doc Block. I'm not a huge like knowledgeable person on anthuriums, but I seem to remember Doc Block is kind of a big deal. But Doc Block, red crystallinum, crossed with dark forgetii. So pretty. It's amazing how, okay, so if I move it like real close to the camera, this looks like a huge plant, doesn't it? You get the illusion that this is a giant anthurium, which is kind of fun for thumbnails doing that. You'll probably see this for sure in my thumbnail, maybe. Anyway, but then you come back here and you can see it's really not that big. It's pretty small, but so cute. Love it. Are you ready for another philodendron? Here we have my philodendron tortum. And okay, this one really is really big, but I have been enjoying the heck out of this plant. So typically this one is sitting in my living room. That's where it hangs out. And it's it's next to a ZZ plant, my Raven ZZ, and then below it is it's a Aglaonema, which I can't remember which Aglaonema, what the name of it is, but it kind of gets lost. It kind of just gets lost with those. I feel like I need to move this one to a place like with just like a bare white wall behind it to really, really just see, like, because even like here you can't really see just how amazing these arms are. These arms and these hands or fingers. I don't know, but this is amazing, and it's a philodendron, and I can't believe it. I don't know, like I said, maybe it's the year of the philodendron for me. I'm not going to be buying philodendrons, though. I'm not. I just purged a bunch of philodendrons, and I'm not going to be adding more, but maybe I'll be showcasing more of them this year. So this is the philodendron tortum. I did say that, didn't I? Philodendron tortum, and I love it. Love it. And I have that little crystal I got from Lynn that she sent to me. She sent me a bunch of these, like 3 of these I got. And it looks really cute. And this is a thrifted vintage pot, which I absolutely love. I'll be sad when I have to transfer this out of this pot. I'm not sure when I'll need to do that. I think so far, I think it's okay. I think it's still okay. I do. So yeah, so this is Philodendron tortum, and I love the heck out of it. All right, next one is behind me, and I love the heck out of this one too. So this one is a begonia, because I'm keeping it in my begonia cabinet here. It's all begonias back here, and it is this one. So this here is the Begonia burkillii, and this is the silver edge form. And I love how kind of wacky it is. But my favorite thing about this plant is the blooms on this one. So look at those. It's just it's a single bloom, a single pink giant. I mean, they're pretty big blooms. And they just look like little butterflies, just like little butterflies hanging out down here, flittering around. And I don't know, I just think this is absolutely beautiful. I love it. really it's those flowers that really make this one. If it wasn't flowering, this plant would not be on my favorites list. Not that I don't love this plant, because I do, because look at those leaves. Look at that patterning. I have always loved this plant. But these flowers just really elevate this plant. They take it to the next level. They take this one to the next level. And I have propagated this plant, and I will be having these in my shop. So if you like the look of this, be on the lookout for these popping up in my shop, probably in the next couple of months. Yeah, so pretty, right? Let's just stare at it and admire it. It's just so beautiful. Pink flowers with yellow centers. Love it. Okay. We'll put this one back. So the next one I need to get is actually, it's hanging in the other room. I need to go grab it. It is the last one we are going to be looking at here today. So I'm going to go get that. Hang on. All right, so my last one to share with you, this is last but not least, by far, not least by far, we have here, this is the Peperomia kimnachii. So this thing, I can't even I don't even think I can get the whole thing in the picture for you. I just don't think there is enough, I don't think there's enough room to really show you just how big this plant is. So, yeah. And it's wacky. Another one of those wacky ones that I am just a huge fan of wacky growth on plants like Ripsalis. I love the looks, it's kind of similar, even though it's nowhere near the same as a Ripsalis. Not really. I don't know. This is a Peperomia, but this is easy. This type of Peperomia is just easy. Kind of like the Peperomia Hope is really an easy care one. So, and it reminds me that, I should do a Peperomia collection video, because I do have a few Peperomias to share with you guys. And I never really show you guys this plant. You may not even be aware that I had this in my collection, except for maybe a plant tour. You might have seen it. Well, you would have seen it in a plant tour, but I never showcase this plant. And I absolutely love this plant. It's outstanding. It's an outstanding plant. It's an outstanding grower. I really need to chop this one. It's really in desperate need, because it is almost hitting my couch. When I'm looking out the window to look at the birds, it's in my way. So, but yeah, it's just beautiful, and I love the pot that it's in. So this one, I was trying to remember where I picked this one up. I looked underneath, and I thought maybe this was one from Marshall's, but I'm pretty sure I got this one on Amazon. So if you like this pot, I love this pot. If you like the looks of this pot, I'll try and see if I can find it, and I'll link it in the description for you. Maybe it's still available. It's just a really cool face pot. There's a picture, it kind of reminds me of this picture I painted, and it's in my living room. It's just kind of similar, the eye and the nose. It's just kind of similar. I guess I'm kind of partial to how that looks. It's very similar. I didn't realize just how similar it is. And mine is not an original design. I got the idea from looking at something else, and I painted it, but yeah, it's really cool. And the hanger this one sits in, I picked up at an estate sale a couple of years ago, and it's vintage. I'm not sure what year it is from. Maybe the 80s, because everything at this estate sale was from the 80s, really cool stuff. Oh, and it was a woman, and she had a bunch of pottery, which I wish I would have grabbed a bunch of her pottery. Like, actually, I did grab a couple of things, and I think I might have sold one of the pots in my plant shop. Maybe. Pretty sure. Pretty sure I did, but anyway, I'm digressing. But yeah, the hanger, I think the combination of the plant, the planter, and the hanger is just like perfection for me. It's just very artistic, very artistic. So, but yeah, I will be propagating this one. I'm gonna propagate it just like I propagated my, like, look how thick this, it's so thick, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna propagate it how I propagated my Peperomia Hope. I'm just gonna do the same thing. We'll see how it goes, but if you enjoy the looks of this, eventually, hopefully, there will be some available in my shop. That's Peperomia kimnachii, and I'm enjoying the heck out of this one too. I really enjoy it, so it is on my January favorites list. So that is everything. I think that's everything. So I think that was 5 plants for my January favorites. And I was thinking something we haven't done in a really long time. I thought let's do what's your favorite? Which do you prefer? Which of these is your favorite? So you know what, this is in my hand. I can't set it down because these stems are so long. It's not easy to set it down. Plus I have nowhere to set it. So we're gonna do what's your favorite. So which one of these, and I'll probably choose, I'll put it up again. So one of my other favorites for the month. Okay, let's do this. I want to like give it some like decent competition, but okay, let's do this because they're kind of similar in their wackiness and their wacky growth. Okay, which of these is your favorite? Do you prefer the looks of this Peperomia kimnachii? Its growth pattern. So obviously this is more of a trailing plant. Or do you like more of this style of plant? Do you prefer the looks of the Philodendron tortum? So what you do is in the comments, just let me know which one you prefer. I will add up the votes and I'll let you know in the next video. Hopefully I'll remember. We haven't done this in a while. Hopefully I'll remember to let you know which one was your favorite, which one was the majority of you guys preferred. So Peperomia or Philodendron tortum. Peperomia kimnachii, you don't have to say, you don't have to remember how to, just say pep, or Peperomia or tortum. Let me know in the comments and I will get back to you on which of those was the winner. So that is gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was kind of a quick one, but it was nice and easy because that's our style. Our style, it's like hair, nice and easy, that's our style. So thanks you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments also if you don't want to play the what's your favorite little contest thing. Let me know what plants in your collection have been bringing you joy through the month of January. I'd love to hear about it. So that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for being here. And you can also leave me a green heart if you like in the comments. If you don't want to do any of the other stuff, leave me a green heart and let me know you're here, yeah. So thanks guys, thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.